Hey, Bud Files, how are you? How are you? I see I'm not the only one up late. How's things going? Can you hear me okay? I got my earbud in, so I don't know why I got my earbuds in. Let me see. Hello, hello, hello. Let me know if you can hear me. I'll be right back. Let's see what my dog is. Nope. Be right back. Go lay down, Bella. Go lay down. Hello, Doug. Hello. MG Preacher, can you hear me? I went to get my phone to see if you all can hear me. Anita, hello, hello. How are ya? Bella, lay down. Go back to bed. Okay, you can hear me. Good, good, good. I just sitting here working on some quilt pieces and was bored. So, sorry about the lighting. My iron is making a shadow. So, but yeah, I just thought I'd pop on here and see who else couldn't sleep and see how everybody was a doing. Trying to heat and not do anything. Trying to, oh yes. Yeah, those surgeries are not fun. Matter of fact, I got to go next month, first part of the month, for a CAT scan. Oh, maybe having to have surgery too. Not looking forward to it, but you know, it is what it is. That's all I can say. So, but yeah, so I thought y'all might like to see me setting the iron. Nobody does it anymore, right? But I'm putting quilt pieces together. You see that? Just all different colors and stuff. So, got some pretty ones in here. Let me find where's my stars and stripes at. Stripes. Oh, now I just seen them. Ah, there we go. See, I've got some now that are love you too, Chachi. Stars and stripes. Just been going through and using some um, odd quilt pieces, some scraps, and just making me some quilt pieces. But these ones I realized are going to be a little smaller than the ones that I'm currently working on. So I'm just going to have to iron these, set these aside, and work on these with something else. So, but anyway, so what's everybody been up to? I know what Josh has been up to. He's been shopping on the internet. How do I know that? He's been on Marketplace. How do I know? Because he keeps sending me pictures of it. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. So I'm like, yeah, boy. So, but yeah, I'm just trying to get some last minute things done before we got to head to Pennsylvania Wednesday. And so we got to go tomorrow and got to go to DMV. Rick's got to renew his driver's license and all that good stuff. So we got 4 people in the house. Let's see. We still got, I know we got MG Preacher. Do we still have Anita? And Bud Files was in here. Did I miss somebody? If I did, I'm sorry if I didn't say hi. But yeah, we're just hanging out on a late night chat. I was bored. So, is nobody chatting? Let me shoot. Let me see. Wow. We have 5 people in the house. We're jumping over here. Sorry, trying to find something to talk about. Josh, that's usually not a problem for you, son. So, but Josh, we are having a change of plans. We're not going to make the stop. I mean, if we do, it'd just be like, an outside view. We're not going to tour Trans-Allegheny this trip. We are going to wait so that you can go with us. Isn't that so sweet of your mother? So, but yeah, I'm kind of disappointed. I didn't get out and metal detect today. It was just so blasted hot. We got out a little bit this morning and got the weed eating done, and then I decided I want trim some trees. I'm tired of dodging limbs uh, when I'm mowing. So no cookies. I've got some cookies. I do have cookies, but I'm trying not to. Trying to be a good girl. But I think that's a cute combination. Anita, I figured you'd be having a salad. But no, we're just going to go straight up to Pennsylvania Wednesday. Like I said, if anything, we may take a break because Trans-Allegheny is not that far off of the interstate. I already had one. Um, so we might just go by and just like take a peek at the outside and get some additional information on it and stuff. But we decided we're going to go ahead and take go on up, and we're taking our metal detectors and our or at least one of them, and our magnets with us and see what we can get into. But we're also going to take the long way in once we get into Pennsylvania, or they call it the long way, the back way, and go through Amish country. So, hoping to get a little bit of filming done there. Oh gosh, I'd love to stop at the store and get some of the Amish bread. Ellsworth, hello, my dear friend. I was just talking about Pennsylvania. I'll be heading up that way Wednesday, and so yeah, I forgot what that little town is when we first get into Salisbury. Is it into Pennsylvania? The way we go, it's got some Amish out that way, so we are going to try and swing by that way, and might even look at. He's got an Amish friend out that way. We'd stopped last time, not the last time, but 18 years ago when we were up that way. We had stopped in and seen him. So we might see if he's still around, working his tack shop and stuff. So, but yeah, we're going to try and do. I want to try and find some places to metal detect up there because it is rich in Civil War history. So I'm thinking, hard telling what you can find up there. And also, going to try to find out if the mines, if the coal mines still own Rick and Em's old home place. Because if they do, less likely to get caught if we sneak on board, right? So might try to get into metal detect a little bit around Rick's old home place, you know. So, but it's like, I screwed down that too. It's like we're kind of anxious to go, but yet we're kind of dreading it too under the circumstances. But you know, it is what it is. But I do get to see his cousin that I met the last time we was up there. We're going to be staying with her again. So I'm leaving Josh and Mom. I asked Mom, but yeah, they're going to be babysitting my doggies. I don't know. A little worried. And yes, I am that mother to my fur babies that I'm going to try and fry them up some hamburgers and leave them some hamburgers and egg that we usually, stuff like we usually mix with their food. So try to get that done. Try to get that done tomorrow and get packed up, you know. So, but anyway, guys, so Anita, I'm glad to know that you're healing and taking time to heal. I know that had to be yes, I'm leaving Lacey's boyfriend at home. Yeah, me and Rick will be coming up Wednesday. His brother's memorial is Saturday. So we're going to go up a couple of extra days. Like I said, I'm going to take my metal detector and my magnets. And I'm getting so addicted, Anita, that when we were up there last time, every little bridge we would cross, I'd be going like, there's water you can get to there. Oh, I can reach that water. you know, and Rick has really started enjoying metal detecting. And then yesterday, him and the neighbor was working on the lawnmower. We got our old lawnmower back up and running. It's so weird because we couldn't get it to run without the choke on. So, which I'm like, I don't care, run it with the choke on. Um, and so they kept working on it and they got it running, but it wouldn't shut off. For some reason, you have to pull the choke now to shut it off. I'm like, hey, it's running, it's mowing, the blades are working. It's 20, at least 20 years old. So I'm like, I'm happy with it. We can make do. We got to where we can mow over to the farm, where if y'all seen our last videos, that's where we've been metal detecting and stuff and pulling out some really cool relics over there. At least I think they're really cool. They're cool for me anyway. And then, we was talking with a neighbor yesterday, and I said something other about metal detecting and, stuff like that. He's like, man, I've always been wanting to try that. Said, there's a place right up the road here. I'm like, oh my God, don't even go there. I've been dying to get into that piece of property. He's like, yeah, the road's kind of, da 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 da. But I think we can, if we walk it, we can go through his yard or part of his property. And that way we wouldn't have to be walking so much hillside. And so he's like, yeah, I've always been wanting to, try that and stuff. I'm like, dude, I've got a metal detector down there that's just hanging on the wall. We don't use it anymore because since we got the other two. I said, hang on, I'll be right back. So I jumped on the side by side and I ran down here and I got my old bounty hunter, which was, if y'all remember, it was gifted to me. Um, and I'm like, here, use this, and, you know, see if you enjoy it, see if you like it, see if you enjoy the hobby. And he's like, oh man. And he starts kind of playing with it there in the yard. And I was showing him the different settings and some of the little things that I had learned about it, which, to tell you the truth, it's not a whole lot because I just like to point and shoot, right? And he's like, man, I'm going to love it. He said, I know what I'm going to be doing this evening. So we messaged him this afternoon to see if he wanted to go over to the farm because we had talked about it, but it was like 93 degrees here today. And it was humid and hot and. But yeah, he's like, he was getting ready to watch the races and stuff. I'm like, that's no problem. We can do. And so we ended up not getting out to metal detect today. So I worked on editing. So I've scheduled 4 videos and 10 shorts to come up, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then the shorts, I've got it to where I've got 2 a day coming up Monday through Friday. And so I put those on YouTube, and then I put some over on TikTok. And so I just spent the day doing some editing and working on that stuff, you know. But anyway, so I'm wanting to try to get, I wanted to try to get some of those ahead because I'll be getting to do, and the girls had baseball today. Oh, wow. That is just, I bet that was rough. I could not see doing sports in this heat. Like I said, this morning when I was trimming the trees, it was before noon. And I'm like, I came in, hit the shower. I'm like, can't handle this. It was sweaty. And you know, just hot and humid. And it's supposed to be hotter next week, you know. So kind of glad to be going to Pennsylvania because it's going to be in the 90s and mid 90s here, and it's going to be in like the 80s there. Land cloud advent. No way. Is my eyes deceiving me? Let me look this again. Hello, hello, hello. It sure is Mr. Nate Man himself. How are you? How are you? Oh, maybe you made me put a wrinkle in my. And I gotta re-iron that. How are you? Someone with a degree apparently studied. Okay, I guess Starlink decided it wants to reset. Mr. Nate Man, how are you? I haven't seen you in forever. Supposed to be in the 90s there this week. Don't curse me. Don't curse me. All right, what was Joshy saying? Shows an average person spends $288 a year on hobbies, reenactors. Joshua, I'd say we've already spent that on a reenact. Yes, you shocked the internet. It just went. How have you been, my friend? Oh my gosh. How's married life? How's all that going? I don't get to see much of you. I see where you've started some of your lives back up, like Nate at 8. And I've just been, you know. Oh yeah, we'd spend out a week if we could. Yeah. Especially if I can't keep you off a marketplace. You're looking at all this stuff and we still ain't even got a tent. We've been amazing and got a seasonal spot at the lake. So been enjoying that. Hey man, that is like awesome. That is so awesome. I'm glad to see you all kind of settling down and learning fishing. Paul bought a magnet for that magnet. Ah! Oh my God. I'm glad to see you and Paula slowing down to enjoy life. I mean, Nate, I've always thought of you like my little brother. But even being a nomad, you stayed busy. You were always doing more than the average person with schooling and working and traveling and YouTube, taking care of the the land clouds, the fluffy puppy puppies. You know, I know they had canvases and poles, but that's just like that wasn't the tents. And I don't know if I want to buy a used tent because I don't want to get rained on in the middle of the night. So, but yeah, so it's just, I'm just so glad to see Nate. I don't even get to send him. Well, I guess I could try. I used to every now and then just like send him a little message, thinking of your brother, and I don't even do that no more. I'm bad, ain't I? And I don't know the differences now that he's in Canada. Are there any differences? But yeah, if anybody wants to know what Josh is talking about, where we're starting to do the reenactments, he got on Marketplace and there was some reenactors that getting out of or their kids were cleaning up their parents' property, cleaning it out basically. And they had all of this, Kyle, my dear, they had all of this reenactment gear. From clothing to haversacks, like you said, tents and stakes and poles, and they wanted like $500 for all of it. That's a great deal if I had the $500. So, you know, but you know what? Right now, our CO has a tent we can use, and we've got the clothing and the necessities that we need, so we're good. So, Nate, let me ask you, when you gonna come up on my live show? I'm not doing nothing tomorrow. We haven't stopped since Friday. On Friday, we took the girls out to a show until midnight, then DJ a wedding Saturday, and for 7 hours, then baseball today. Wow. Yeah, I would be like in my recliner, not doing nothing. I'm like you. Yeah, they had leathers and buckles, and yeah, they had everything we need. To be honest, stuff we didn't need, we could sell off. But you know, when uh, when things are rough though. And like I said, right now, I am. I gotta reset my iron. Um. uh, that was going to be my plan. Yeah. Um. Hopefully, Rick can retire in 2 years. So we're trying to take the extra money and pay off bills so that we can. It's like he can retire now, but he can't afford to retire. So, you know, and with his help, we've been hitting the YouTube a little harder. But like I've heard other people complaining, um, seems like YouTube has somebody had sold out. Somebody bought YouTube, right? Is what I'm hearing. I don't know. I ain't done my research. I ain't got time for that crap. But they're talking about it's not paying like it used to. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know, because this is my slower season. Um, no, you can't catch a fish if you don't open its mouth. That's true. Oh my gosh. Um, Squirrel. So, but this is my slower month. I mean, months, because it's hard to get out. Around here, I would need a 200 or 300 foot rope to magnet fish off these bridges, because it hardly ever floods, but when it does, it does. And so everything is tall. Or the bridges that we can, get to, there's nothing in them. It's dried out. Not even with spear fishing. Oh, ooh. Speaking of fishing, let me see. I saw a video. Like I said, I'm trying to work TikTok a little more. Or as who is it? Joshy? Joshy, I think it says it. But yeah, he's Rick. I was working on the TikTok today, and I saw this guy in a boat and this beautiful wired-haired dog running along the banks and then jumping on the boat and riding the boat and that tail just a wagging. I wonder who that was. Hmm. Have feelings to catch them. Well, somebody might have led weights and, the lead leaders or what are they called? Oh, shoot. You know what I'm talking about. Swallow. Hey, how many fish swallow the lures? Hmm. So, see, might be able to catch a fish with the magnets. And like John, I said, well, these days, um, normal fishing and the magnet fishing. Hey, I tell you what, I enjoy them both. I really do. And hopefully, when Rick gets able to retire, if not before then, I'm going to sell Dad's old boat because it's at the point to where, it's an older boat. Dad knew how to take care of it. I don't. Um, and so we're talking about selling Dad's old boat down in Florida and trying to put that towards a newer model that would last me and Rick and Mom and Josh and all of us, a little while longer. Um, so I can't be down in Florida without a boat. I'm telling you what, right now it has been a year since I've been on a boat, over a year, and it's really starting to affect me. I was out there yesterday when we was working on the um, lawnmower and stuff. Um, I was out there by the pontoon, and that was one of the things that I wanted to get done in this 2 weeks that Rick was off. Um, which now don't get me wrong, it wasn't a planned vacation. Um, as soon as they're shutting down next week because they have like 2 holidays coming up and they're only allowed to work 4 days a week. And so a lot of the guys weren't working. So they're just like, okay, we're going to shut down that week. And this week, when they found out Rick's brother had passed away, they're like, nah, you got a bereavement period. Take that time off. Which I'm thinking to myself, well, we're not going to the funeral stuff's not yet and stuff. But I'm glad I did because um, it did affect Rick a little bit more than he lets on. You know, he's been really quiet and stuff. Um, so I haven't pushed him a whole lot. But one of the things I wanted to do was to get the pontoon up and running and get it out, get it ready for the summer, and get some time on the water. But like I said, with his brother's passing, um, I didn't want to push it. Does that make sense? Do you know how expensive booze is? Oh my gosh. Almost makes you want to quit drinking, don't it? I said almost, right? but uh, but yeah, I'm hoping that I've got this buddy Kyle that knows a lot about boats, and he's just up in Michigan, and I was hoping, maybe he'd get a long weekend and want to come down and hang out and take a look at my pontoon, help me get it up and running, get it on the water. My little redhead down here, she misses her time on the water. I'm going to set this out of the way so I don't get flustered. Um, So hang that up. But yeah, so hopefully the next little bit we'll get that up and running. Hi, Lacey. Josh, please tell her to go to bed. Lacey, it's late, honey, and you need to get your sleep. I would say you need to get your beauty sleep, but you don't need your beauty sleep because you're already beautiful. Maybe we need to tell Josh he needs his beauty sleep because something right there. 3 times as much there. I don't know why am I staring at that when I got my other phone down here and I can read this one a whole lot better. Magna Man, hello, hello. Guys, be sure to hit the like button for me because I forgot to do that myself. I'm going to go over and do that right now. Oh, we got 9 likes. Hey, 9 likes, 8 people in the building. Hey, that's cool, dudes. But yeah, just like this um small part. There ain't no hope for me. Yeah. Just don't hit it twice. Yeah, just don't hit it twice. Lacey doesn't sleep well since her seizure last year. I wish she should get back on schedule. Yeah. Oh, that's what I was telling Rick today. I'm hearing a noise. Bella's down here at the muffling. Yeah, the swirly of death. I can still pop in and click. Yeah. Um, but so what was I talking about? I was talking about something. Um, is there? Oh, I was telling Rick today, the doctor ordered my CPAP machine again because I lost it the last time because my internet wasn't good enough. You know how they go through and Bluetooth your results and all that stuff. And they're like, well, you can take it to the doctors and have the doctors to read it. I see the doctors, my lung doctor, maybe once a year now. Okay, twice a year, maybe at the most. And oh, sorry, I didn't mean to kick you, sister. And so it's like the insurance, of course, wants like a monthly report, you know. So I ended up, they're like, insurance ain't gonna pay for it no more. I said, well, come get it. You know, that's the way I feel about it. Because when you don't sleep, how can you put the thing on to go to sleep? You know. But anyway, but anyhow, they ordered another one now that I've got better internet. And so I'm like, okay, that's cool, you know. Yeah, well, you've got to come in the office so that we can set you up with it. I just had one, okay? You know, right along, gang. Stopped in to say hello, but gotta go to bed. Yes, sir, I understand that. And it's so good to see you, Bobby. Get you some sleep, son. You've been driving all day. And you got to do it all again tomorrow. So, um, but they're like, yeah, you got to pay $150, your half, your part to pick up the machine. I'm like, wait a minute. For one, I don't remember doing that last time. But then I got to pay so much a month too, because my insurance don't cover it all. So why am I paying? And I'm like, well, when I get the money, I'll come get my CPAP machine, right? And I'm like, maybe I should, because like I said, yeah, here it's 1:30 in the morning and I'm wide awake. And I may get I'm back to where I might get 2 to 3 hours sleep. But if I don't stay busy during the day, I fall asleep. So, Ron Darrell, hey. Oh, Bobby, I tell you, it's so good to see you. I love coming in, just sitting, and if I'm tired in the evenings, guys, if and I just want to go to sleep, and Bobby's making a run out toward the west side, so he's on longer, or he's driving at night. I'll just turn it on, and it's like crawling up that truck, watching the scenery go by, and it's like, okay, I can go to sleep now. One of these days he's gonna scream and wake me up, and scare me to death, make me think we're crashing or something other. But I love to get in there and ride along with Bobby on that semi. I always wanted to do that when I was little. I don't know. You wouldn't think that a girl would want to do that. But when I was little, my cousin, his goal in life, he was gonna be the next Evil Knievel. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna drive you big rig for you. And I'm talking, we're like 10, 11, 12 years old, you know. But now, a couple hours on the lawnmower, and my back's going, oh my God, what are you talking about? So, drive a semi, yeah, for 6 months of my life. Um, I'm over that now that I get back pain. Yeah, yeah. See, my biggest pain comes here in my shoulder where I'm up like this. And if I sit here at my desk very long, and if I don't watch the way I sit, I do the same thing. I carry all my stress and everything right there, and I tense up. And so, yeah. So, yeah, instead of me putting up with all the back pain and all of that stuff and not being able to stop at when you need to, I just climb in the truck with Bobby and I just ride. And it's so fun. I mean, he is a barrel of laughs. You know, how do you think I feel? Yeah. Yeah, Joshy. Hopefully they figure out what's going on with your back soon. I still say it has a lot to do with your sciatic nerve. But, what am I, right? Who am I to tell the doctors what to do? Seems like that's what I'm always doing. So, well, yeah, Nate, you also kind of had that experience when you was a nomad there for a while, you know? I mean, how long did you stay out on the road? You was out there a couple of years or so, you know? And see, and that's what the ideal sticky. Hello, hello. Um, like I said, I always wanted to be a truck driver because I don't like being stuck in one spot. Like I said, I got out of the house a little bit today, did a little bit of work, come in hiding from the heat. Yeah, girls, it says hi, Gemma. Traveling Mike, hello, hello, my friend. How are you? How are you? And but it's like I've been here. Well, no, I take that. I started saying I've been here for a few days. We did run out yesterday. Yeah, yesterday morning. I had to run get some tobacco stuff to roll my cigarettes. Shut up, Bella. And we did stop and eat and came home. And then I got outside today and trimmed some trees and did some weed eating. But to what you say, go on an adventure or something other, I haven't. We've gone over to the farm to do some metal detecting and stuff. But it's like I've been in indoors, and I can't stand that. I can't stand being stationary. So I always thought truck driving would be perfect, perfect thing, until I realized what's the difference being stuck in the house and being stuck in a truck. Yeah, your scenery changes, but you're still confined. You have to kiss them shut up. Yeah, daddy. You know, you'd still be confined, um, not free to move around. So I don't know at this point in time if um my OCD would allow me to be. If I could be, well, I just have to be a nomad. That's all I say, because I'd want to travel on my speed, you know, and travel at my own speed, see what I want to see. And if anybody knows me, and if anybody's seen any of my videos, you know that um I don't like the normal tourist stuff. I like the off the wall, out on the beaten path, you know, somewhere in no man's land. I like that stuff, you know. So it was hard for me to do the normal touristy stuff. You just see everything sucks. Well, Josh, yeah, you do. But I'm gonna smack you again when I see you. Because that attitude is why a lot of stuff sucks. Because you're not even giving it a chance. And I can smack Josh because Sticky, if y'all don't know, Josh is my boy. That's my son. 2,675 days, or 7 years, 3 months, 29 days since started this lifestyle. Yeah. Yeah. Keyword again. Yes, smack you again. Yeah. So see, now Mike does that. Mike travels around at his own pace, stays here, there, and about, whatever suits him. And he's like me. We're not into the commercialized tourism. We like to see life, you know, as it should be. And we like to leave our memories and all that good stuff, and or make our memories and just, sorry, I'm trying to adjust my thing here. Um and I'll sometimes I wonder, you know, but the big thing now is planning for retirement. I got to get with Josh, see what Josh has got planned. Um, because when we retire, we'll have two home bases. Okay. We will have West Virginia here as a home base, and we'll have Florida as a home base. Now, people's like, oh, you'll up and move to Florida. No, I love West Virginia. I love where I live out here. Um, Oops, Jaeger just did a CP wolf. He wriggled bad. Um, a few bases, yeah. This is where I say born and raised, but I was 2 years old when we moved back here. This is where mom and dad was born and raised. And if you notice if you see our videos here recently, metal detecting, it's basically across the road from me is my great grandparents' home place, you know. Uh, so this is my history, and then my dad built this house. We built this house in 30 days. from start to finish. I mean, the only thing left to do when we moved in was put the trimming around the windows and the baseboards and stuff. West Virginia Country Road, that's right. And so this is always going to be home. And if you notice my logos, it has the mountains and the sea and the sunshine. You know, it's from the mountains to the sea. Every day is a new beginning. And matter of fact, let me see. Oh, in the drawer here. And we're in a drawer here. But anyway, oh, yeah, do you one better. This is our old flag, my old flag. But see, from the mountains to the sea, every day is a new beginning. Okay. I feel grounded in the mountains, and then I find peace on the water and the ocean and stuff like that, is just, where I find peace also. So it's from the mountains to the seas. Every day is a new beginning. And so, um, Weirton, West Virginia. Oh, yeah. And so I'll always have West Virginia as a home base. And I'll always have Florida as a home base because that's where I also feel close to Dad. You know, he loved that place down there so much. And I do too, so but like I said, in the summertime, like we're here in West Virginia, we can do the New England states. We can do Michigan, Pennsylvania, Indiana, up into Canada. Watch out, Nate. I may come looking for you. But I've always wanted to go up into like Nova Scotia, stuff like that. I'm not apologizing. Well, as long as I keep, yeah, you do. I never know what you're going to come up with. So we can always do the northern hemisphere, if you want to call it, whatever you want to say. But then when I'm down south in the winter, where it's a little warmer, cooler in the winter down there, then I can do the lower parts of the state, you know, and that's what our plans are. We'll always have a home base. We're not going to be out for, it's like, okay, um, it's too cold in West Virginia. Let's go hit the road until it cools off. No, we'll have two home bases. And because, like I said, I got squirrel moments. Some days I may not feel like getting out and just, sometimes I just want to be home. So, but yeah. So, yeah, we're debating on what to do, if Josh and Mom, which I figured Mom, of course, I'm always going to take Mom south with us. Sure, Mom. I can suggest, oh, yeah. See, that's one of the places I'm really wanting to go is the New England states up that way. And I've also wanted to do a lighthouse tour. Just pick out lighthouses up through there and just go find lighthouses. Um, if we're still going south, if Josh still wants to go south in the winter, that's good. Because like I said, he's great taking on these adventures with me. And I miss him on our live shows. And I miss getting to spend the time with him. Believe it or not, now people are saying you should never be your kid's friend. Okay? You're not friends. Better to hit them in the fall. Yeah. Me and Josh have a weird dynamic. I can say Josh is my friend, okay? And I miss that friend. But he also knows that when I put on my mother, when the mama, and I've even told him, don't make the mama come out in me. But when it comes to that aspect, he knows then. But he always shows respect and stuff, whether it's to a friend or a family member, whether to his mama or his friend, he's always shown respect. So it's, um, up in Maine because, oh, yeah, yeah, see, there it goes. And as I said, we like to go different places for different reasons to bring out the history and things too. I'm loving learning more about history. Yes, Josh, shut up. And yes, I'm nervous, so I've got to smoke, guys. So don't smoke. Do as I say, not as I do. But if he wants to stay here in West Virginia, I could use a house sitter. You know, if he still wants to, if he still wants to travel back and forth with us, hey, Josh, she heard you say never, so she's just giving you her opinion. You hear the ghosty too. Yeah, let me know if you see my dad behind me. Or it might be my Uncle Tom. They pop in every now and then and see me. She's staring. Um, but yeah. And we've also talked about good night, Nate. I love you. Tuesday night, if you're around, I'll drop you a link. I want to catch up, and I know chat wants to catch up. And but love you, brother. Good night. Sleep well. Um, I was talking about, me and Rick was talking about my best friend. She lives right down the road from us. And they have a 3-bedroom double wide. There's her son, her daughter-in-law, and 3 kids. Okay. And she wants to be close to her grandkids and stuff. And I understand that. Maybe she wants to house sit for us while we're away. Okay, Miss Bell. Ah, okay. Get up here. Lay down. Come up here. Say hi to everybody first. Look, up here. Bell. Over here. Hey, say hi. Back over here. Say hi to everybody. Say hi, peoples. You're looking down at the wrong camera. Lay down there. Okay, lay down. Um, maybe getting, she's the only one I would trust to stay in my house. Yeah, Bella Bean. Is it 2:30? Oh, it's only 2 o'clock. Hmm. Four-wheeler usually makes a 2:30 run in and out of this holler. Wonder what they're up to. You figure? Yeah. But so yeah, we'll always have 2 home bases, but we'll be traveling too. Cape Elizabeth Lighthouse, one of the most photographed lighthouses of Portland, Maine. Yes. Now I didn't know the name of it, but I know that Portland, Maine has a famous lighthouse. I would say famous, but it's a known lighthouse. I've got some lighthouse figurines in my kitchen that have names on them. And so, um, Bella, that's my lotion you're licking off. Thank you very much. Um, so yeah, I've always had um, quit digging. I've had a love of lighthouses. Because if you, like I said, if you notice me, the water is like, can I smack your face like that? Quit now. Um, lighthouses has always been like a beacon of hope to me, you know, sanctuary, a safe place, you know. So um, I've had a love for lighthouses. So yeah, I'd love to go see the lighthouses. But like I said, doing the magnet fishing and metal detecting in these different places, I would love to travel up to meet up with some of the magnet fishers and metal detectors and do some one-on-one collaborations. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the big events. Um, I hated that we didn't get to go to Nashville, and we had planned on going to like the Freedom Fest also, with the gold mining and stuff, but that didn't work out either. Uh, he's so good. Um, I like the big events, and seeing like when Nate's not in here now, but meeting up with Nate at M23, I think it was we were all at, and doing uh-oh, wait a minute, low battery. Forgot to plug my phone back in. Don't want illusions. Hang on, magicians. All right. Taser alert, taser alert. Um, so I like those, but there's so many people usually you don't get to visit with everybody, you know. And I like to be able, if y'all know me, I like the personal touch, you know. Um, York, Maine is Cape. Oh, you're killing me. Oh, I like the personal touch. I like the one-on-ones, and I like to get to know people, you know. Yeah, I watch your channel. I know your channel. I know your hobbies, but I want to know you. You're more than just your hobby. You're more than just your channel. I want to get to know you. Is that bad? Is that a bad thing? You know? So so I like to do the one-on-one collabs, or not, or the small groups, I should say, if nothing else. Um, and I like spending time with people, making memories with people, and I'm I'm kind of weird in a way that says, when I'm dead and gone, what's when people say, oh, they heard I passed. What's the first thing we're gonna think about? She made good videos, which I don't. You know, she enjoyed magnet fishing, or she enjoyed or are they going to remember she's a good person? She was, that's what I think about. You know, I want to leave a mark on their heart, not just on their channels. Does that make sense to everybody? Just to give you a heads up, my girls like to give bear hugs. I love bear hugs. Oh my God, I'm a hugger. I love to hug people. Don't get me wrong, there are some people I'm like, no, back up, back up. But no, I love hugs. And I'll tell you something else about me. If you get a hug from me, then I'm comfortable, because I do have anxiety issues and stuff like that. And if I give a hug to you, or I sit down and spend one-on-one time with you, then I'm comfortable around you, because I usually don't let my guard down a lot. I mean, I have to admit that. So yeah, like hanging out with Mike at uh, it's not the Jamboree, it's what it is now, at Mayberry, hanging out with Mike at Mayberry. I was comfortable around Mike. I think at one point, and I apologize, I think at one point I was even so relaxed. I'm like, y'all do what y'all gotta do. I gotta go take a nap, you know. Oh, whiner. And so yeah, Brooke, oh, it's not chicken. Oh yeah. See, that's another thing I'd like to do. Guess who said he might be coming up here in a month or so? Who might be coming up? We know a whole lot of people that live south of it who might be coming up here in a month or so. Um, but yeah, I agree with Josh too. Bear hugs are the best hugs. So yeah, Kincaid. Oh my gosh, Kincaid. That would be so cool. That would be so cool. Can y'all hear her grunting and groaning? I think my dog has sinus issues. She wants to snore a lot. Prepare for musket fire. Yeah. Oh, I wished I'd have brought that musket thing or that thing I think of a musket ball in here. But yeah, so but see, that's another thing I was talking about when you mentioned chaos divers. They sometimes they get so close to me. When I say so close, it's within a couple of hours, and I could drive that, you know, and I want to go out and see them. And I know I won't be much help to them, but if I just bring them hot dogs or water or just do whatever I can do to help them, because what they do is important and I admire them for that. And I just like watching them, two, three hours driving. Kind of close. Yeah, it's kind of close. Two, three, kind of close. And so I love watching Lindsay and Jacob and so I'd love to get to meet them and it's like with What the Hell's Jeremy and George. I've watched them for so long on YouTube and he's got a heart of gold and you're thinking, is this him or is this the YouTube him? Which there's still going to be a difference between him and a YouTube him. But big old teddy bear. I know I want to give him a big old bear hug. I bet he gives the best hugs because he just seems like that big old teddy bear. And yes, I will fangirl. So Kyle, just don't blow my cover, okay? I will fangirl when I meet Jacob. I really want to meet him. And I'd love to do another interview with him now that when I first interviewed with him and talked with him and stuff, he was just getting started in all this. I would love to see what him and how him and Lindsay has progressed in all of this. So, um, so Kyle, kind of like put a bug in his ear. But when I was getting back to What the Hells, when I actually did get to meet George and Jeremy, no, I didn't get to sit down and talk with them one on one for like any limited time, but I did get to speak with them, got to hang out and be in their presence, and notice that the goodness and the kindness you see on screen is him and her. Um, they're good with your girls. Oh, that is so sweet, Carl. Yeah, they've got good hearts. I mean, that's what makes part of me. Did I get sunburned? Sorry, squirrel. Um, that's another reason I want to meet them, because you can tell they got good hearts. But meeting George and Jeremy, you realize, yeah, I mean, in his private life, he likes to be private. And then when he's got his YouTube on, you know, we can drop a bug for, yeah. Like I said, I'll probably be fangirling, but yeah. Um, but and then too, I've had people message me after that and said, "Is he really like what he seems like on YouTube?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, he really does. He, he's that type of person. He's that person." And um, we got to sit down with them and for dinner. That would, yeah. Well, Mike, you've met me. Am I the same off YouTube as on YouTube? I know you are. I mean, yeah, we've all still got our little private sides and things that we struggle with or suffer through that we don't share with everybody. We almost have to have. But um I want people to know me. I think yes, you are. Thank you, thank you. Um More chaotic. Josh is telling my secrets. Yes, I am a chaotic person. Squirrel moments, yeah. Um, but I try to be me. And because of my anxiety issues and the bipolar and stuff, I hid it for so long that I hid the real me. Okay. And so now I've learned to like the me, you know. I've learned to like my crazy, chaotic way of life in my head. And I'm learning to live with it. And that's the important part. No, not the medication. I don't do the medication because it's not me. Medication alters me, and I don't want that. If I want to alter me, I'll do that myself, you know. Um, so you're scratching the chin, and what is normal anyway? Right, exactly. Somebody say, well, this is supposed to be normal. I tried being normal, or I tried being what I thought people thought normal was, you know. That's where I didn't even like me, you know. You know, I was, yeah, boring. Yeah, normal is boring. And two, I used to hide the fact that, because of the bipolar and all that stuff, I call them my squirrel moments. I do have so many different interests and hobbies and, stuff like that. But then I got to realizing that that helps me relate to so many different people, you know, and we're all a bit crazy. Well, most of us. I tell you, the ones that says they're not crazy, they're the ones you got to worry about. That's what I'm just throwing it out there, okay? Because they're lying to somebody. They're either lying to you or they're lying to themselves, right? And when I got to meet Kyle and Maria, you know, they're just folk, common, everyday, plain. They're my kind of people, you know? And honestly think I have a split personality. No, you hide a lot. I know you. Yeah. I know you. I've known you all your life. I gave birth to you. Okay. Um, and like I said, and Maria, we did the skits and the goofing off and the carrying. I mean, it was just like being around family. And same thing with Mike when I got to meet Mike, and when I was with Nate, with Nate, shoot God, when I was up in Michigan with Nate and them, I hung out with them because we were just people. We could be people, you know. We didn't have to be YouTubers. We didn't have to be content creators. One thing you'll notice about me, okay, like okay, Grandma Kelly was here. You saw a short video. Um, you saw a short video where Grandma Kelly was here, but you didn't see a lot of it. Now, she videotaped and on her channel, Grandma Kelly, Clean Life, Clean Living. Uh, um, check her out if you haven't already. You saw, because it was her adventure, it was her trip, and I wanted her to enjoy the experience. I live here, I see this every day, you know, and I wanted to spend time with Kelly, you know, and so I didn't have a camera up in her face every little bit. I wanted her just to relax and she could be herself. 17 likes. Oh, awesome. And I wanted her to feel comfortable here. Um, I am very few people have my home addresses. Um, Grandma Kelly is, yeah, we met her finally a week or so ago. Yeah, I mean, she's awesome. Um, and I don't mean for it to sound mean, but I don't want everybody knowing, okay, my my home bases. Um, because with my mental disorder, um, I can't stand the pressure. I can't stand the drama, you know. 18 likes now. Oh my gosh. I have to have my solitude moments, I call it my, especially down in Florida and I do it here too, but especially in Florida, that fence is my drama-free zone. Okay. I can't even Jaeger likes grandma. I have to watch the pressures and stuff that I put on myself or I bring up on myself, or I allow around me because of the bipolar and the anxiety disorders and stuff. And I don't mean to sound mean. I mean, I would love to own a campground and just say, here, people, come visit, come stay, but I worry and I stress, you know, meditation chamber moment. Yeah. I worry and I stress and it's like, with Grandma Kelly coming up, yeah, I straighten up the house, clean up the house a little bit. But I still kept thinking, God, my place is not the best, it's not the cleanest. I'm not, I should have fixed her something to eat. I did offer something to drink and stuff like that. It's like I shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and I still to this day worry about stuff like that, you know, even though she's already back in Washington, you know. Yeah, Washington. And so whenever I have people around me, I put on Diane, hello, honey. I put on the hostess with the mostest attitude, and I can only hold that for so long, and then it starts to take a toll on me. If I go out and do now, like this week coming up, Friday, Saturday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, then we'll be coming home on Sunday. 5 days. I will be in someone else's house, um, which have their own schedule. She's working, he's working, of course, and then you got the memorial service. And on top of that, I know there'll be family members there I've never met before. Um, you know, stuff like it's going to be stressful. That's why me and Rick decided to go a few days early so that we don't have to rush around and that we can get out and do things. That's why we're taking the metal detectors, while we're taking the magnet fishing. Because if I get stressed, it's like I gotta get out, you know. And Josh can tell you, if I look at you and say, I've got to get out, and I don't, somebody's gonna get hurt because I'm not happy because the stress builds up, you know. So when I get back, that's one reason I'm trying to upload as many videos as I can now. And then, of course, while I'm up there, I can still upload stuff from my phone. Try to get as many videos and stuff up because I guarantee you there will be a time that I crash. You know, it usually means that you get hurt. Yeah. Um, that I will crash. I will have to have my downtime. And that will consider a lot of solitude moments. Me, my doggies, probably get on a side by side, get back in the mountains, you know, because I have to recenter, I have to regroup because it's like you put on an act for so long, then you gotta, it's like you go to a job, you work all day long, you have to be a certain way, you have to, do um, certain tasks, you have to do what people expect of you. So when you come home in the evenings after work, it's just like, okay, you know. Well, being bipolar, take that to about the 100th degree of your everyday life. Yeah, I gotta learn how to be me again. Yeah. But so that's why I'm trying to get as many videos uploaded and the shorts. I'm gonna try to start doing more shorts. Next week, I've got 2 shorts a day scheduled. And I'm gonna try to get to where I can do at least 1 short a day. And yes, and this Friday is 21 years married. That is awesome. Yep, spend some time with her. Um, enjoy each other, okay? Um, don't don't be afraid to show her that you love and respect her and that, all that good mushy stuff because that's your rock, where sometimes we don't realize it, you know. But good night, Ellsworth. Love you, honey. And yeah, I'm gonna try to email me your number, because if we can see if we're close, I would like to run by. I'd like to look you up. So, but yeah, I guess tonight's stream is basically all about learning you to be you and staying true to you, right? And enjoy your friends. Because I don't care how rich, how poor, how much you have, the one thing you're going to leave behind is your memories. And people's memories of me matter. Am I going to make everybody happy? Oh, heck no. I got some comments on a video today, like, get your fat butt over there and get that yours, and all this, and I'm like, all right, heart, thank you for watching. You know, um, some people's opinion don't matter. She needs a medal. Yeah, life's too short and tomorrow's never promised. And I learned that the hard way. You know, I wouldn't say I thought I was invincible, but I thought, you know, doing pretty good until I wasn't. And I ended up in a helicopter in a health net on the way to the heart cath lab and died, you know. And I can remember I wasn't completely out by the time they started having to shock my heart. I can remember that. And so after that, I'll message you on Messenger under Stacy's face. Okay, that'd be great. Yep, that'd be great, Ellsworth. Um, and up until that point in time, there was only one thing that really kept me going, and it was my son. You know, I'd lost my dad, and I really hit rock bottom. And at that point in time, if it hadn't been for my son, I would have gave up. Uh, so sorry. Another good thing about quilt pieces, they're absorbent. But anyway, so after I had my heart attack, I've heard people talk about survivor's guilt and all that stuff, but I was so afraid of having another heart attack, and that would be the one that would take me out. I was afraid to do anything, you know? And I thought, well, what kind of life is that? Why survive the heart attack if I just become a couch potato? And I don't, why have life if you're not going to enjoy it? Right? Got it. Yeah, Josh, you're my rock. The rock that anchors me down, usually underwater. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I yeah. So that's why I started my YouTube channel. And that's what I tell everybody. That's why I started my YouTube channel, is to make my memories so that my kid can look back and see and hear his crazy mama, you know, and all this stuff. Um, so yeah, I decided life's too short, and when I do finally kick the big bucket, what people are going to think about me, that's what I'm worried about leaving behind. You know, you ain't wrong. I mean, what? Yeah. Um, so yeah, I'm just, everybody knows if you see me on screen or off screen, I'm just a crazy little country girl trying to get by in life, smiling all day long when I can, but trying to put a smile on everybody else's face and letting you know, you're not alone. You know, um, you can be a small rock. Um, we Ellsworth, thank you. I just got the message. Oh, everybody, have y'all heard? I know everybody should know by now the singer Jelly Roll. Have you heard his latest song? Oh, yeah, we got more with the 47th. Yeah. Um, Jelly Roll's new song, wow. Is the man living in my head? You know, I am not okay. I'm barely getting by, trying to survive. I mean, it's like the words of this song is so chunky rock. If you have not heard Jelly Roll's new song, I'm barely getting by. That could be my life motto. So I mean my theme song, okay? But it says one thing, but it's all gonna be all right. Oh, save me. Yes. Yep. I am on this big Jelly Roll kick, okay? I mean, that would be like one person I would love. So, hashtag Jelly Roll or at Jelly Roll, whatever, Jelly Roll, Jelly Roll. Maybe if I say his name 3 times, it'll show up. Jelly Roll, Jelly Roll, Jelly Roll. But that is one man that I would love to just sit down, even if it's just for 5 minutes, and say, okay, when did you start living in my head? Okay, for one. And how does he come up with this? From the interviews and the things I have seen, um, yeah, Save Me. I love Save Me. From everything I've seen, these are his life, um, their life influence stuff. Citizen Soldier, Citizen Soldier. Is it bad that I know that song too? Oh my God, yeah. Um, is I know the man's been through a lot, and it's like these songs are his. He's pouring out his heart. But did he realize that when he wrote these, um, how many other people's lives he was going to touch with these? You know, I mean, I've been on my little YouTube platform going, it's okay not to be okay. You know, it's all right. You know, and then he comes out on his platform and he says, guess what? I'm not okay, but it's going to be all right. You know, and he lets people, um, um and that's what I want people to know. It's okay not to be okay. We don't have to be perfect. We were not designed to be perfect. Even the Bible says there's only one perfect, and that's God Himself, you know. And people are going to hate me for this, okay? I'm just saying it right here now. But when Jesus Christ was on this earth, He wasn't perfect either. Why? Because He took on the human flesh. You know, it he had anger issues. He had, all of this stuff. He got mad and turned the tables in the tax, I call it the tax office, you know, when he realized they were cheating, whatever. Okay. He was not perfect. Only one, God Himself, was perfect, is perfect. So it's okay to not be okay. And once we realize that, and we accept our own idiosyncrasies, our own oddities, you might find you like yourself and other people a whole lot more. Um, yeah, Christ he was tempted by the devil. Um, they were exchanging money in the temple. Yeah. So, you know, and I've got friends and except for the platypus, what was he thinking? It's okay not to be okay. Yeah. Um, I've got friends that I can look at and say, yeah, I'm all right. I'm okay. And they'll look at me and say, don't lie to me because they know me. Me and Josh, a lot of times, we see through the facade, you know. I can look at him and say, I'm okay. And he's like, no, you're not, Mom. And I'll do him the same way, you know. And, but, it's okay not to be okay. We don't have to be perfect. We just have to be ourselves. Okay. That's why I love each and every one of y'all. It's almost 2:30 in the morning. There's 6 people in here watching this crazy old girl that had no agenda, just was bored, ironing quilt pieces, and wanted somebody to talk to other than her sleepy dog with Jelly Roll. Oh, yeah, yeah. When someone says, well, what would Jesus do? Remind them he flipped the table and chased people with whips. And chase people with whips is not without the realms, yeah, possibilities. Yeah. I always tease everybody says, well, God says turn the other cheek. But yeah, he didn't tell you what you had to do when they slapped the other one. Okay. Turn the other cheek. They slap that one. You're on your own then. Okay. Yeah. That's just what I feel about it. Yeah. But anyway, guys, I thank you all for hanging out with me and listening to this crazy little old country girl. I can't say I ain't little because that is, but this crazy country girl just trying to get by, you know, doing what she can afford to do, trying to bring you all a look inside my world, at least to the good side of things. I just want to be put a smile on your face and let you know that I do love you and I do care about you and you are important. You know, if you don't think you're important to somebody, just remember you're important to me. You know, I love having you all here with us. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some rest. I got to get up here in a few hours and head to Huntington and go with Rick to get his driver's license renewed and his CDLs. He's got to go to his HR department, get paperwork or thing. Anyway, anyhow, we got to get all that stuff done tomorrow. Pick up some odd and end supplies for the trip this week. And so Tuesday night, hopefully we'll get to do our live. It all depends on if we're packing. Um, Tim Time made it to Corbin. Oh, cool. That is awesome. See, that's another thing I want. Yeah. Tim Time is just the person that, like I said, I feel like he's honest, he's real, and I really want to meet him. So I'm going to have to get up that way soon. So, but anyway, guys, um, hopefully we'll get to do our live Tuesday night. Like I said, it all depends on how the packing is going and how my nerves are going. Okay. Um, you might see a pop-up short live from Pennsylvania. You might see some short videos and stuff. I will try and keep in touch with everybody. And we'll see you all later on the streets of YouTube. But guys, I love you. Good night. Say night, Bella. Say good night. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.